In this episode, we see Stoic finally getting...
John, I miss you! Oh! Oh, sorry, I've been gone for a week.
Yeah. So, yeah, this episode that we just saw finally kind of makes up for Reign of Fireworms.
Yes, in fact, it had a lot of good stuff in it. A mixture, a blending of all the elements of action, comedy.
It's called Crushing It, and we finally see Stoic's new dragon from the sequel, Skull Crusher. And, I kind of remember, like, all the way back in How to Pick Your Dragon, we didn't know what kind of species Skull Crusher was. And I think it's stated in the extras of the sequel DVD. He's a rumblehorn, and apparently they have this special tracking ability. They can track scents. Pretty very well, actually. They're the bloodhounds of dragons.
Mm-hmm. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So how this story starts off is with, they're trying to track down this rumblehorn because it's wreaking havoc on the base.
Mm-hmm.
And the most interesting contraption to alert your rumblehorn presence is to have Snout on guard duty.
Mm-hmm.
And how does this work?
Oh, how about that there is a tripwire that after a few, twists and turns and wraparounds, tugs on Hookfang's horns and burns Snotlout's ass. I don't know who to credit for that design, either Snotlout himself or Hiccup.
I applaud Hiccup.
Maybe even the twins. The twins could have devised that up.
That is one intelligent way to keep alert. It's your Yep, that'll work.
So they think they captured the Rumblehorn. It turns out they captured Gobber. And he
sailed a week to get to this island.
So we found out that it takes a week to get from Burke to that island.
That's just... Ugh.
Yeah, so... That kind of... that still doesn't explain how the hell they got over there so fast in the last episode. But that's neither here nor there. That is last episode.
Yes, and we'll forget last episode ever existed.
Mm-hmm. So he comes by to say that... to Hiccup that Stoic has been a little unruly.
Yes.
I guess.
But Hiccup's like, he's always unruly.
Yeah. Not like this. He's about as ornery as a dragon.
No offense. But vintage Stoic, the best.
Yelling at everything.
Yes. I didn't think to take him seriously until we get to him. So, he's yelling at Sven. Silent Sven, or not so silent Sven.
Yeah.
For arranging his weapons wrong.
Yes, by deadliness. And it turns out that the day before it was by length. Then it was by pointedness, and then the day before it was by name.
I didn't know these weapons had a name.
By nicknames. Like, who names their mace Daisy? Well, to be honest, Daisy is a better name for a mace than Macy.
Yeah,
remember?
I remember. Those were the days. But, back on the island, Gobber's helping them with their dragon problem. We're building the wall.
I think I'll call it Greta, after my first love.
Wow. So, DreamWorks is now backtracking on this?
What? How do you know?
No, it's like, we thought it was confirmed he was gay. No, he's not gay. So, bi?
No, well, sometimes people who do come out of the closets try to say, no, I'm not gay. Look, I have a wife.
Okay. Touche. But I was like, I thought it was confirmed since what was it? Like, last season, he did something like...
Oh, yeah, the eel effect.
The eel effect. I thought that might have been the point of once and for all.
I know. Well, I don't think we should take it too seriously. It was a joke started by Craig Ferguson.
Okay, but I got the man credit.
I'm sorry, I still laugh at when I just hear him say, "This is why I never married. This and one other reason."
Wait, didn't I contradict himself? He has a first wife. He said he never married.
He said first love.
Okay. But, anyways, shit goes wrong.
Yeah, the rumble horn,
bumps into the wall.
Tries to ram the wall, can't break it because, well, Gobber is good at something. But it knocks over watchtowers and... Oh, Greta, how could you? Yes, now he's all loopy.
He's drunk. He's more than drunk.
Oh, you would know.
I know I would. I came from a wedding the day before. You'd be glad I didn't try to call you while I was drunk.
Oh, that would have been awkward.
Indeed.
But yeah, there are so many good lines as when he's just all conked out. But the one thing that just...
Peppy!
That's near the end. But the one that just killed it for me. I mean, just had me rolling on the floor laughing.
Protect one of the archipelago's national treasures.
The sun is a shiny potato, covered in drawn butter.
And the moon is a scoop of ice cream.
Okay. Oh, but we didn't get to the crux of what the episode is. The whole major part of the episode is that Hiccup goes back to Burke, and Stoic is just so
raging. He's like roid raging.
I know.
Christ.
He's throwing axes at bullseyes, and he's missing. He's missing, and we kind of know from the first movie that he is like a badass Viking.
Yeah.
I mean, he punched a monstrous nightmare in the face with his own fist.
But I called it. I've called it. Why?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not that hard.
I know
really.
it's not that hard, but I had a hunch.
That hard. Yeah, it turns out he misses Hiccup.
Not all that.
It's not all that, but
he's lonely.
He's lonely. He misses Tornado, and we did get such a heartfelt departure from the two. I mean,
those baby tornadoes.
I mean, how can you not be affected by that? I mean, even if you were sad to see Tornado go, or if you sympathize with Stoic, I mean, it's kind of hard not. It's kind of hard not to feel some sort of emotion from that.
I know, but yeah, he kept the saddle all spick and span.
I know, so shiny. You could see yourself in it.
So Hiccup convinces his father to take a few days off because he has a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Though he doesn't act like he has a problem. Like he said, we could use your help. Then he turns that around because he interrupts Stoics in mid command.
I think Stoic knows that. I think Stoic knows that this is my son. He knows dragons. But he didn't really take offense to that. I mean, when they were both flying on the same dragon, I mean, he was so happy about it.
Yeah, he missed it. He missed the flight feeling. He understands what Hiccup feels about flying a dragon now. Remember when he first didn't want to... Did you watch the tradition?
I know.
He wants to sail a boat.
The Viking way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when they think they found the dragon and they just at the same time point and go, there! I mean, good God, this episode is better than any of the moments between Hiccup and Stoic. That just...
I know.
Really was starting to make me tear up. It was... I still cry when I see Stoic's funeral in How to Train Your Dragon 2. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Manly cheers, man. Manly cheers.
Because it, in a way, it is very sad. I mean, from the first movie, they have such a strained relationship. And I'm just noticing that it's, again, part of Spielberg's trademark. Broken families and absent fathers.
But it's been patched up.
It's been patched up. We had 2 seasons between.
Now we're seeing a bond.
Yeah, we see how much they've repaired their relationship, and even in the second movie, how much he believes in him.
Yes, and I thought you might think that vintage Stoic Devas might be an insult, but it really isn't for a long time that's how Hiccup saw Stoic. Mm-hmm. Really, No, the guy who he can never please. No, vintage stoic. Think of that.
I know.
No, I don't know about you, but living up to expectations to a father like that is really hard to bear.
No kidding. Especially when you're viewed as the runt of the litter.
Yeah. But moving on. So he finds out the dragon is hunting them.
He's hunting. Yes. It's very smart.
So Stoic has a plan, I guess.
I think it's just to make noise.
I don't know why the hell.
I don't know.
It's not a plan.
It works. I don't
call this a plan. I just call it luck right there. Hey, dragon! Hey, dragon! Come to Papa. I got some food.
So he wrestles with the rumble horn, ends up lassoing it, and it takes off, dragging him with
Dad! Let go!
No. Dad, let go of the rope!
Dad! Don't let go of the rope! That is awesome comic timing there.
I know. So they lose the rumble horn again, and it's back at night. It's nighttime once again, and the rumble horn actually tracks them back, and they're kind of very impressed with that. It was like on the other side of the island, and they all went back, and then they kind of realize Stoic is actually the one to realize that this dragon may not actually have any ill intent. I think he's trying to tell them something.
And, of course, Hiccup is going to plasma blast the dragon's ass. So, Stoic...
Well, it was going after Gobber.
Yes. So... But what does Stoic do? Poor Toothless.
Well, it's not like he yanked on the leash.
Yeah, but still, imagine that head turn.
Mm.
It's like, how do you feel if I go...
Hey! Don't ever do that again.
I'm sorry, but I'm just giving you an example.
Okay. So, yeah, it turns out the rumble horn was actually warning all the inhabitants of the island, the wild dragons and everyone else, because there's a tidal wave coming. A very big one.
Well, Viking technology did not have those tsunami warnings yet.
Nope.
Hiccup, you might want to get on that.
Nah, I think that's too advanced even for Hiccup.
This Hiccup, he'll come up with something.
Right, so
he came up with a contraption to warn the others by burning Snotlot's ass.
I still think that might have been the twins.
But moving on. So what do?
They ride on their dragons and they reinforce the wall that they built. Again, kind of like in the first movie, is how things that are established in the beginning become very important at the end. Like the whole, go after the wings and tails of a dragon. If it can't fly, it can't get away.
Yes. And the best part is that rumble horn smacked Stoic up onto his back.
I wouldn't say smack, it just lifted him up.
Yeah,
launched him up. They stopped the wave from destroying the island.
Gobber's back to his normal self.
Yes, and Stoic has Skull Crusher now, and
it was kind of funny how he got the name.
Yeah,
he's stubborn as Stoic too.
And both hard-headed. What did you say? Skull Crushing's more like it. Ooh, that has a nice ring to it. And yeah,
and Skull. You gotta see Skull Crusher's face when he called that.
I know. He's even happy with that.
He just goes.
I think he even saw him smile.
Yeah. And animation wise, this ranked. It is ranking up there, man.
I know. Oh, and let's not just get. And the part that just made me, tear up is that when Stoic really does say to him, when Hiccup tells him that he's really just Miss Tornado, and Stoic says that there will be no other dragon like him, but this dragon is okay too, and Stoic even admits that he does miss Hiccup a lot, in fact.
Yep. It's what's it called for parents when they have all their kids leave the nest?
Empty nest syndrome, right?
Is that what he's experiencing?
Probably. I mean, think about it, I mean, he lost his wife to a dragon when their son was only a baby.
Yeah.
He saw his son as kind of a disappointment in the first movie, only to realize he's the kind of Viking that he hoped he would be at the very end. And now he's off exploring the world. That's another thing that they wrote his dialogue to say of how much he really does miss him before he even admits it.
But this is the world building I love, and this is a lot of building up to do.
Really, world building? I kind of think it's really just establishing other lands.
Establishing more world that's outside of Berg. So now they're building the world of the settings. So we now know that it takes a week to go from island to island there.
Okay. Well, just from Berk to Dragon's Edge.
Yes. So does it mention in the movie too that Dragon's Edge exists?
No.
So I'm guessing that's just an outpost.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's just an outpost.
So is it like their sentry?
I guess so. But then again, in the second movie, kind of took place within like a period of 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's not like every day they're going to mention, hey, remember Dragon's Edge?
Yeah.
And plus, they did have to deal with Drago.
Oh, Drago, your weird dance.
Yeah, I laughed whenever he went like,
You can't take that seriously.
It didn't make him intimidating. It made him hilarious.
Dagger hilarious?
Close. kind of up there. What?
How? I can't see him as better than Dagger there.
I didn't say he was better than Dagger. He was close. Dagger still is up there on just hilarious, but also can be kind of intimidating. He is deranged. He's unpredictable in what he's gonna do.
Yes. Drago is actually smart.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks like a caveman.
Yeah. He does. And he's but we'll just probably save all our thoughts about How to Train Your Dragon to some other time, because really this is more about the series Race to the Edge, and honestly this episode
makes up for it.
Yes, I love this episode. And really, I kind of know that this episode is going to be out long after I make my top 10 list. But yeah, this episode was better than How to Pick Your Dragon, just in terms of relationship between Hiccup and Stoic.
Yeah,
and even Cast Out. But okay, maybe not Cast Out.
Yeah,
and Portrait of Hiccup as a Buff Man.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
But I have nothing to add on this subject.
Neither do I.
So, without further ado, we'll see you next time on Quake, Rattle, and Roll. Please.
Quake, Rattle, and Roll! Quake, Rattle, and Roll! And we know how we're going to start out the next vlog.
Oh, yeah.